Hi everyone, it's April with Hair 101. I'm going to give you a little bit of color theory today while I'm doing this color. This is my cute neighbor, and she colors her hair by herself most of the time, and as you can see, she does have a little bit of gray. Sadly, we're going to cover that up. It's okay. She's still young. You just doesn't mean you're old. Stop saying that. Okay, so we have a little bit of gray, and then you can see that it's a little bit lighter right in here. And then it starts to progressively get darker to almost black, and then she's done a cute little ombre on the ends and lined it up, which is fun. But the reason why this is happening is because when you put a brown color on your hair, it's a deposit only, or the first time it's a lift and deposit when it's on natural hair. So you'll get true to color the first time you stick it on. If you continue to do the same dark brown over all of the hair everywhere, every single time, every couple weeks, the thing that happens is that color does not lift color. So what's happening is it's only lifting and depositing into the virgin hair that's at the roots, and then the rest of the hair is just getting another layer of color. So eventually it will start to turn almost black because it's like layered, 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 only deposit, deposit, only deposit, only deposit, only of all this color, and it eventually will turn black. So what would help to eliminate that is when you color your hair, you would just be sticking the color on all of the regrowth and letting that process most of the time. If it's a 40-minute process time, you'd be processing it like 30 minutes like that. And then at the very end, you would take the leftover color and you could put that all over through the hair, or even shampoo cap, which would be mixing that color with shampoo and then like in the bowl, working it through all the rest of the hair and letting it sit for the last 10 minutes. And that would be a shampoo cap. And that just refreshes the ends a little bit because sometimes they can fade, but that will just bring the same color and like refresh it all through the ends. So it looks like you've colored all of it, but you've really only colored the roots and then refreshed the ends. So we're gonna do that today, where we're going to just deepen her roots a little bit and leave her ends alone, because they won't be doing anything unless we put bleach on them. They will not get any lighter, even if we stuck a level 6 all over her head, her roots would be a level 6. This would still be the exact same color. So we're gonna put I'm gonna do a level 4 because she does want to start getting a little bit lighter, and we are going to be progressively cutting off all of this beautiful hair. I'm gonna show you probably 3 or 4 haircuts on her, and then we'll be able to get the desired whatever color she wants once it gets shorter, because we could go ahead and bleach and not have to worry about the integrity of the hair, because it would be not as much color that we were pulling out. The stain wouldn't be as deep. So I'm gonna mix up that level 4. I'm gonna do a 4NN. So I changed my mind. I'm going to mix a 5NN, and then I am gonna squirt a little bit of 3NN in there just to give it make it like a 5 or a 4.5 instead of a solid 4. It'll be kind of in between a 4 and a 5, so. And I'm gonna be using the 20 volume just because she does have some grays to cover up. And that will just give us a little bit more lift, because gray hair is harder to lighten or to deposit the color, because they tend to grow several different layers of cuticle. So the gray hair can be more resistant to color. And that's why, if you've noticed, if you've been coloring gray hair and after the process time's over, if you're not using a gray coverage like the NN series and the Redken, then you can wash the hair off after the processing time and it's still light. It didn't take the color all the way. And that's just because the color has a hard time getting through the extra layers of cuticles that grow when the hair turns gray. So just mix it up until it's creamy and there's no lumps. Okay, so I'm going to just part the hair where she parts it normally. And I'm gonna just be working just on the regrowth for now, which is, her regrowth is about 1/2 inch. And this cute girl's going to Disneyland tomorrow, lucky.
I am so excited.
It's gonna be so fun.
You can't have scary hair at Disneyland.
No way. Those pictures they take of you on the rides are already scary enough. You don't need roots too.
I know.
And it is okay if you go a teeny bit over the line because we're going to be blending it in towards the end of the color anyway. So, and especially because I haven't been coloring her hair all these other times, we want the color to look like it matches. So I will be kind of brushing it down into what she already has. But I know that it's not going to be darker than this, so there's no point to like color all of her hair because then it would just be depositing more color. So and luckily it looks really cool, like a melt. So we don't have to like stress about making her hair all one solid color right now because she still looks beautiful and it's not like we need to go out and start bleaching all of her hair. So we're gonna go with it. And she's okay with that and I'm okay with that.
It's just hair, it grows back.
And like I said, it looks beautiful. So it's not, there's not like a big color correction that needs to be happening now. We're just gonna slowly ease into something a little different. So, okay, so I've done the perimeter and her part, and then I'm gonna go and do like a T-parting, which is from that top part to right behind the ear, and I'm gonna just retouch the roots right there. Not a big deal if that happens. It can be a little messy. And then the other way too, we're gonna just take that parting all the way over to the other ear. And same thing, just retouch the roots. And now I'm gonna go through the top and I'm going to be taking small sections, about, say like 1/4 of an inch at the very biggest. And I'm gonna take these sections over and paint both sides of that new parting. And you wanna make sure you're getting the hair pretty saturated because gray hair can be stubborn. You just don't want to have spots. That would be really sad to have like little spots that aren't covered. And maybe one day you can have that awesome like platinum white all over.
I'm pretty sure I will be there.
That will be awesome.
Because we're not even 30 yet and we've got a lot of gray.
That's okay. You'll look awesome and everyone will be jealous of your hair.
Then I won't have to dye anymore and we'll be good. Low maintenance.
You can go on a cruise every year instead of dye your hair.
That sounds much more enjoyable.
So I'm just working on this other side now so that we can get the top done and then we'll move to the back. Yeah. So in the back, I started up here with a little like on this triangle. This is how I do it. So I start with these little sections at the top and then it lets me take a little bit bigger sections through the back because I'm on a diagonal. So I feel like it goes a little bit faster. And it helps keep the hair out of the way because if you were going straight up and down, it would start falling down. If you're going like this at an angle, it sticks up easier because it's kind of like only keeping up from there instead of like that straight up and down fighting the gravity. So that's why I do that in the back. So I'm starting on the other side in the back and just taking the diagonal sections this way now. Okay, so I have it all over the roots. And I'm gonna just take a comb, and this has really big teeth, and I'm just gonna softly comb it down a little bit just to blend it down into that area where she had a little bit more light color. And this will just help the new color that I put in to blend in with this color that she's already been putting in. And I tried to match it pretty good already, but since they're different browns, I mean, it will be good to blend it down a little bit so you don't have a hard, solid line of difference in there. And just softly do it throughout. It's not as big of a deal on the back or underneath because you don't really see it as much, but just try to comb it down a little bit. Okay, and then I'm gonna let her process for probably 30 minutes, and then I'm gonna do a shampoo cap for the rest, and I'll show you how to do that. Okay, so come on over here and just process in this chair. All right, so she's done processing. We're gonna do the shampoo cap. Go ahead and lay back. So here's the leftover color from when we colored her roots. And I'm just gonna put a couple squirts of the shampoo in there. And you need to wear gloves when you do this. And I'm just gonna kind of dump it on her head and then work it through. So maybe leave a little bit in the bowl in case I need it. So just treat it like a shampoo. And underneath, I always take the brush and kind of blob on some underneath there just to get it. And you can also, if the hair is really long and you need more color, you can also take the hair and just stick it in the color bowl and sop up the rest of that color mixture. I know that sounds gross, but you know, it gets the rest of it out really well. So go ahead and work it through. You want to make sure that it's getting everywhere. You can start to kind of rub it into the scalp too and break up some of that color and bring that down also. And you're going to want to let this sit for about 10 minutes. And I'm just going to play with it for a little while, make sure that all of that color is getting everywhere in the hair, on the neck and through all of the pieces, so there's not any left out spots. And I'm going to just check and make sure that all of these grays are covered and they look wonderful. There's no grays at all.
Yay.
So that's great. Just keep on working the shampoo through. So I just got a rag wet and I'm just going to wipe off any of the color that has gotten onto her skin from when we threw all that shampoo on there. So we are done with the color and we're going to do a fun cut now. We are going to eventually just chop off all of her hair, so why not just play with it? We're going to do a V-cut because everyone keeps requesting that. Yay for V-cuts! That's our goal, and it's going to be really pretty, and she can wear it for a few weeks and then we'll chop it off again and do another haircut. So